Hey guys, what's up? Yes, you can see as I adjust the camera here for a second. There you go. Yes, as you can see, it is a package opening today. We've got package opening. And it's a very unique package opening, if you will, because it adds to my plush collection. And it's going to be joining my mini, in fact, I'll show you right now, just to give you guys an idea. It'll be joining this row right here of Minnie, Blaze, Lola, Sally, and Gadget, and Khalees, if you will. Because basically it's a plush that I wanted to get, and I kept holding off for a while, but finally decided, you know what, I'm going to get it and just be done with it. And it was part of my Amazon order that I got last week, basically. That Amazon order, of course, included the 4K version of the animated Lion King, Batman Ninja vs. the Yakuza League, and the complete series of The Secret World of Alex Mack. I did kind of let you guys know what it was in that package opening, but in case you didn't, but in case you forgot, because life kind of comes into play, and you think about something and then you'll forget about it later on. Well, that package or that item now is here, and what's interesting about this item is it came, according to this, from IMG out of Compton, California. IMG out of Compton, California. But what's interesting though about this is the item in here did not come directly out of I'm getting tongue-tied here. The item didn't actually come out of Compton, if you will. It didn't come out of Compton, if you will. Let me just do that again. There we go. It didn't come out of Compton or anything, as you can see. It didn't come out of Compton, but that's what a label was created. And what's interesting about the package, if you will, is the item actually came out of China. That's right. It's part of a lineup of plushies that the company name for the plushies it starts with a G. It's like Guuzogg or something like that. I can't think of the name. But it's a very popular line that obtains the licenses of a lot of properties, established and new, if you will. And they create plushies or other items. And basically, that's where this came from. But what was interesting is that I was tracking it, because it did give me a tracking number from CN Express, which is out of China. Not CN Express, but CNE Express, out of China. That's CNE, letter C, N, E. But CNE Express. What was interesting is when I was tracking it through its website, it was kind of confusing, because it's like, okay, it said Compton had printed the label, and then the label, and then basically the way it was played out, it said the item was already on its way, had arrived, and it had departed. And I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? Because it was saying this on the same day that the item got shipped out of China, or was at least in the process of being shipped out of China. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? This is a little confusing. So I find out, because I did a little Google research, that when it says arrival and departed, but the item is still like in the process of arriving, to its destination, that's just, code for saying the item is still in the hands, if you will, of the people sending it out to the U.S. or to its destination within the U.S. or whatever. And all that's going on is the post office is waiting for the item to show up, and that's it. In other words, basically the label. This label was created. This label was created, and it had been sent out to the Los Angeles International Airport and the customs area, or the pickup area for deliveries and everything out of country. So basically, this label was created and it had already been sent out to that destination. But that's what got confusing, because it was all done, like I say, on the same day. They were still sending this out of China. And then, get a little bit more confusing. It went from China, went to Hong Kong, and it still said, that the item was had departed, It was, it was just confusing the way it was until finally I saw two tracking numbers. One for CNE Express and everything, which was basically what got a little confusing, as well as one for United States Postal Office. The United States Postal Office, like I said, just like with CNE Express, basically said something similar, that, okay, the item arrived, that the label was created, the item arrived, and, oh, it's departed, and everything. It's like, what's going on here? And like I said, I looked online and found out that that's just code of saying, hey, it's not physically in our hands yet, but it's in our system. We know it's going to be coming our way. So basically, it's in transition. But thanks to 17track.com, which is a very reliable, very popular universal tracking system, for deliveries and everything, I looked at that, and it basically gave me more of a description. It said basically, label was created in Compton. The person picked up the label and everything. Know that. But basically, it said the label was created in Compton, and then everything else was more organized. Basically saying this is what's going on. They showed that the item was being processed. Then the label got picked up. Then the item was being sent out. The label had departed for its destination where the item was at. And so on and so forth. So yeah, very confusing. I'm sure a lot of you understand what I'm talking about. Because one thing I looked up online, when I saw the people behind it, which was the IMG, if you will, a lot of people over the past year, if not the past few months, but mostly the past year, had said that they had problems with them. Like, they said this, they said that, and it's like, we never got our item. We don't know what's going on. And looking back on that now, in my opinion, I think what was going on is they were misreading it. Because when it said arrival and departed, they did say they would get their item, but they were like, what's going on, right? But basically, I think the way they were misreading it is that, it's basically the United States Postal Office didn't make it clear that, yeah, we have the label, we have the shipping label and everything to place on the item, but the item is not it's physically not in our hands yet, or in our possession. So I think that's what people got confused with the IMG. But some people said they got their item, without a problem. Some say they did, but it took a few days, if not a week. If not, calling customer service or emailing customer service, and ironically getting the item right away, like the next day. But yeah, basically IMG's kind of had mixed reactions, but it looks like to me all it was a confusion of, okay, the USPS is saying this, but yet the other thing's saying this, so they got to make it more clarified in those kind of situations. But anyway, with that said, the item is here, and one hint I will give it to you guys in case you forgot what it was that I said I had also ordered, along with the 3 movies, or the 2 4Ks and the complete series that I got last week. The one hint I will give you in case you guys forgot is it's from one of VisiPop's very popular shows, a show that is now gonna migrate but remain on YouTube, but now is migrating over to Prime. And it's a Pacific character, and I think you guys might know who I'm talking about if I'm saying Pacific character. So with that said, let's see who it is if it is who it is. Come on out. Let's open this baby up. And they packed it in really well. There we go. Oh, they really packed it in. But I think you could tell by the color who this might just be. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by the color who this might just be. But anyway, let me just take care of that little notification. But yeah, I think you might know who this is. But to clarify, let's open it up. If it lets me. Like I said, they packed this in really well. Ooh. Woo! You heard that. But who is it? Come on out. And basically, say hello to, let's adjust it a little bit, the newest member of the plush family. It's got a little string sticking out, but it's okay. You can fix that. Nothing perfect. Say hello to Loona. Yes, we have Loona from Helluva Boss. And yeah, you might say, well, she looks not. Well, she does look like her identically. Like they did a decent job. Basically, this place, like I said, is known for these kind of plushes and all that. I'm trying to see if I can find the name on here. Doesn't say the name. Anything. It doesn't have a tag either. That I know of. But they're basically start with a G. So what they start with a G and all that. But yeah, here we have Loona, and I like it. I really do. Now what's interesting is you can tell they don't have it designed the way, you know, like her neck piece right here is not designed in the way that you would see in the show. And I think there's a reason for that, because they know kids are going to want it. And parents, and they know maybe parents are like, well, what's that? And everything. So, so yeah, they kind of probably switched it out, kind of modified it a little bit and all that. But yeah, here we have Loona, if you will. We have Loona. And let me see if I can bring up the name. If it, oh yeah, I turned off my phone. You know, I can't look it up right now. I turned it off because I gotta reset it. But it's basically it starts with a G. It's known for these kind of little plushes and all that, but it starts with a G. And it's got more than just her. It's got like Millie, it's got Moxie, it's got Blitzo. So yeah, it's known for, like I say, licensing and everything. And I can't, like I said, see what the name is right here. They don't have it. Anything, but it is made in China and everything. I'm sure some of you might know what I'm talking about, what brand I'm talking about. But yeah, here we have Loona from Helluva Boss, and she'll be joining the ladies up on my bed there. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are overall. Comment down below. Let me know if you got this plush as well. And until next time, I am out.